was looking up on the map of where the temple is, and it's near a bunch of other historic Los Angeles-based Japanese American and Japanese Buddhist temples.
Oh,
It's
yes,
it's
yes.
not too far from Zensuji. It's not too far away from the Koyasan Shingon Buddhist temple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Yeah, yeah, genuine, simply just surprised that so by so you the your knowledge that so you you know that so many our that so neighborhood temples. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and also in addition to that, there's the Japanese American National Museum, I think, is also not too far away from you.
Yes.
Um, and is it right that the Hompa Hongwanji, Los Angeles Hompa Hongwanji Buddhist temple, had to move, but the
Mhm.
where it was is now a part of the Japanese American National Museum? Is that because I remember seeing the facade on the side of the building?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Right. So this current site is technically the so third the so location the so as to the so history of the so this the so temple. The so first location as we started is back to the so 19 the so oh 05. Then so back then the so we didn't have the our own the so facilities. Then the so one of the genius person that so have uh the Japanese the so people that so use the so their building that so for their that worshiping the purpose. Then so we rented it out. That building is called the Yamato Hall. The Yamato Hall. So that's used to the I locate the middle of the little Tokyo, I believe. And it's renovated and the so building has gone. Then the so back then, the so Sangha member was the rapidly the so increasing. Then the board members that looked for having their own the so property building. Then so they uh, built the our former the so building. I believe that was the 1935, and it's recently registered at the so Los Angeles City's the so memorial the historical site. Yes, then that is the our former the land. I mean the former temple. And so around the 1960s, the so city of the Los Angeles had a plan to expand so their the road, so around the so first streets, and also that the so some because the so building was made of the brick, yeah, and so board member wanted to have their own the multi-purpose the hall as well. Then uh luckily so they found our current site. So that's back then that was there was a deck in the so factory the so area, and there was a land. Then the board members acquired the land. Then so they had moved so to so this current site. That's around 1965. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Wow. And the current place where you are, it
Mhm.
looks like it's as we discussed, it's in Little
Mhm.
Tokyo, Los Angeles, near downtown Los Angeles. And you're kind of near the Los Angeles River too, right? At least that where
Oh,
that
yes,
that
yes.
throughway is. Um,
Mhm.
you have a lot of space, it looks like. There's some lots, and the facility has
Mhm.
the main assembly area where the altar is and where people can come and be there.
Mhm.
And then also too there are rooms available for the recognition and the honoring of people that have passed before, right? There's like a hall for
Oh,
deceased members of the Sangha where you can kind of go and
ah,
visit.
so you mean niche? No Kotsudo before?
Yeah,
That's a yeah. Yes, we have.
yeah.
That's really that's a recently built. That's about 15 years ago. Yeah.
Mm,
After the
mm.
2000 anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing. It's a really large facility, and then you have some
Oh,
trains that
yes.
kind of run right through it too, right?
Oh, yes. That's a metro. There's a train.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why that's our the neighborhood is always busy. And that's our my office is just face the busiest road.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, and how does the temple itself, maybe even like some of the inner workings of the temple, how does that compare to what you grew up in? Because I know that you grew up in the Jonen-ji Temple in Kitakyushu, Japan. And I'm sorry for not saying
Oh
that
no, no, you're
perfectly.
pronouncing no
Okay.
perfectly. That's
Okay.
perfect pronounce.
Okay, thank you. But how does it compare? How do the two experiences compare?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. Yeah, so scale-wise speaking, my hometown, Kitakyushu city, it's oh yeah, in comparison to Los Angeles, here it's a very metropolitan, gigantic, town. But basic, uh, from my eyes, I found a couple of the similarities because my both that towns is has a function as a harbor. That's a harbor placed in the Pacific Ocean in the my Kitakyushu city. That's all as well. And temple Jonen-ji, where I grew up, is located in the kind of middle of the downtown area. That's all as well. And many of our sangha members, whether that's a Jonen-ji or this LA Nishi, that many Sangha members live not nearby the temple area actually, that they are spreading out because Kitakyushu city and this Los Angeles, the both is a relatively new town. So yeah, I found those similarities. But as I came Los Angeles. I started the ministry in 2020. January. Yes, that's right before the pandemic happens. But the so the Los Angeles is the city where the many ethnic groups that are spreading out, and they have their they each has their own group, and that form their own town, and have the cultural background connecting to the land. So from me, this is like a patchwork of the ethnic groups. That's the most difference with my hometown. Yeah. Because
Hmm.
in Japan, anywhere you go, most of the people are Japanese. Yeah.
So there's a lot more diversity, kind of like within the Los Angeles area.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And where I was looking at it, in the
Oh
Fukuoka,
yes,
yeah, Japan.
Fukuoka. Yeah. Mhm.
That is in like southern Japan, like or it's like kind of
Ah.
on
Mhm.
it's about like 12 hours away from Tokyo. Is that
Tokyo.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, westward. That's a
Oh,
West
westward.
Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
So on
yeah.
Kyushu Island, and at Fukuoka is located North Kyushu. That's
Hmm.
all island, and that kind of entrance. That's all of the from the area from Tokyo, and even there is a to the South Korea,
Mm.
because there is a shuttle the boat that's between Fukuoka and South Korea.
Oh.
And yeah, and I just remember another similarity is Kitakyushu city uh, had used to did has a function as international town, and many uh, the boats that from the overseas that came to the Kitakyushu city. That's called the Moji Port. So it has a not like international tastes there as well.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, it seems like a very interesting part. I mean, I've been to Japan once, but I didn't go that far west. I stayed around like in the Tokyo and Kyoto
Mhm.
areas. But
Mhm.
it seems like it's geographically in a very interesting place, and just to know now that that's a lot more of an international kind of harbor and area.
Mhm.
It's amazing. And
Mhm.
uh I know you grew up in a temple community. I know you grew up in a
Mhm.
Jodo Shinshu community. Uh,
Mhm.
at what point did you kind of start to realize that you wanted to pursue it for yourself, where you were like, well, I beyond serving my family and beyond serving the temple, um, did the Jodo Shinshu uh, environment kind of, or I guess the Jodo Shinshu teachings, or like the way that it kind of grabbed you, like did it do something personal to you as well? Like did you find like yourself
Mhm.
gravitating towards it on your own person?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that's asking me that question. Uh that's a pursuing that's a part of the Jodo Shinshu. That's a, to me is like that's a lifelong that's a homework. So I always pursue that's a significance that's a of Jodo Shinshu. What that's a it that's a means that's a to me. And so speaking of the so my background, both of my parents that's from the group from the so temple families. That's Fukuoka, Kitakyushu city is my father's side, and my mother is from the so Kyoto, but her parents' house is in the so Tottori prefecture, and so both the so from the so Jodo Shinshu temples, and so, まあ the growing up temple family, that's especially to the eldest son, that's also tradition that also household that's also should be succeeded to the eldest son. That's in Japanese culture. And so I am the only son, and I have two younger sisters. So I'm the eldest, and the only boy. And maybe 5 or 6 years old. So I still remember the so first time that so I uh joined the so service, the so conducting the so as an officiant, but the, so I was the so yeah that around the elementary school age, and the, so my grandfather, yeah, so invite me that so why don't you just join the service, that's so chanting the so sutra. So then so he motivated me. Then so he would give me the so kickboard kind of I was triggered by by toy. Then so my interface kind of engagement with Jodo Shinshu that so started. So so by the time every year in the first so annual service, I always so joined so chanting so group so in the Hondo. And so every August, as you might know, that so there is a Obon, that's a season that is acknowledged, so the ancestry. And so my home, my home area, that's how the culture, that's the temple minister that visit that's their sangha members' houses, and chant that's sutra that's before their obutsudan that's together. So around maybe 7 or 8 years old, uh, so the Buddhist, so my temple's Buddhist women's association that so they are ladies that so they knew me that so from the maybe toddler age, and so they that so took me that so to their houses, and so I chanted the so sutra that so for the obon. Then it continued so up to I left the so my hometown Kitakyushu that so to Kyoto for the so education. And despite the so after that the collegehood, my university hood. So time to time, that so I back to the home and so help out. So my so that's the obon, that's all things. And but sometimes I've even that's so called that's so by my father that's so to help out the members that's so funeral that's officiated in that's so Kitakyushu city. So I think I know that so there are many opinions, but as to me, the so succeeding the so my tempo eventually I go back to the so Japan, the so from Los Angeles, but so to me is like so succeeding the so family business. Yeah, so because everybody that so knows me, knows me, and so they expect that so by the one time that the so Hibiki Sensei will so take over the so temple, then the so yeah, I feel like that's a kind of obligation that's to respond to, and so that's my related to that's my origin that's as well. And so speaking of the reason why so I'm serving the so temple in overseas is so my great grandfather, both sides, the father side and the mother side, actually they were Kyoshi, that's a minister. So back in around the 20s, anyway, that's before the war. My father's side, the great grandfather so went to Taiwan and that's back in the time that's Japan that's occupied that's Japan and sorry Taiwan and so my great grandfather served a temple in Taichu that's area. Then whereas that's my mother side that's great grandfather came to the States that's surprisingly so this year is that's remarks that's his that's arrival that it's 100 years so since so he came to so he arrived at maybe that's San Francisco perhaps the 1925 that's August and so he served around the Sacramento area as a Jodo Shinshu the overseas ministry that's a priest. Then so speaking of myself, that's as I was the high school age, then so I had options. That's as to that's my career through that's by selecting that's which education plan that's I would take. That's the one was that's I wish to enroll in a institution that's majoring the overseas that's the foreign language and so I was looking for the opportunity to study abroad so by some means then good or bad that so the exam I couldn't pass that exam then the other option was going to the Ryukoku University and so study the Jodo Shinshu then so before coming so getting settled back to my home temple and I could so serve the overseas ministry so Kyoshi and so those proportions were provided by my mother so I maybe so she knew that so her grandfather was from the once served the temple that's in the United States, then Buddhist never says about the destiny things, but to me that's kind of it's a good opportunity. Then that kind of anyway that's everything that's push how to make both that's push me that's to the overseas and so at the university when I was a university, there's a student, there was a training program that's to seek the overseas ministry. And so one of the lecture, so that's instructor was a former Kyoshi minister, that's who served the 1970s, that's in floating, that's area. And to me, so it's kind of cultural shock that so engaging him because so I've never ever seen that type of the Jodo Shinshu priest. So till then, he's very westernized and modernized, and so his attitude so to the belief of the Jodo Shinshu is very what's called it's everybody's sincere, but so he allows me so to pursue the path of the Jodo Shinshu so by my own way. You know that so in Japan it's a kind of template so the way so to so pursue so belief in the that kind of to be the so I was so wondering so what is a Jodo Shinshu and what is so belief what is religion in general then I was kind of very encouraged that so by him that so to and found some that so joy that so in pursuing the so Jodo Shinshu and so he experienced the so Kyoshi in the United States and eventually went to the Harvard and so Stanford and so I was very curious that the place that's where he engaged and so experienced and so relate to his background. That's why so I chose so to chose the United States so and so serving the Buddhist ministry so in this country. Speaking of the Los Angeles, that is a total coincidence. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yes, yeah.
thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, like to see your journey as like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old
Mhm,
kid growing up and chanting and participating and getting a lot of connection and encouragement from your grandfather. One of your grandfathers, it sounds like,
yes.
really kind of helped you kind of participate in some of the
Mhm,
observing of some ceremonies. And then you
mhm,
also have moments when you're in high school, you're helping with some funeral services and things like that, and
mhm,
you're operating in some more formal capacities, as you're kind of growing up, and then you
mhm,
have your formal education,
mhm,
and you meet some teachers that are trying to like allow you to open up and try to explore a lot of
mhm.
different things and find your happiness, which is such a wonderful thing.
Yeah, right.
Um, and on top of that, you have this ancestor. You have your great grandfather who
Mhm.
almost 100 years ago
Yes,
came to America
yes.
and came to the San
Mhm,
Francisco Bay Area,
mhm.
and came to San Francisco and then and operated and served the Sacramento-based
Mhm.
community.
Yes.
I mean,
Mm.
it's an incredible
Mhm.
history, and uh your lineage on both sides. I mean, just like you
Mhm.
are deeply within the Jodo Shinshu community, and you've had people that
Mhm.
are ministers and people that have been working in a very official capacity all throughout. And so
Mhm.
it's amazing that you've continued to feel moved to bring that forward and to follow, but at the same time follow things that are happy for you and that you get the chance
Mhm.
to explore in the way that you want to. And
Mhm.
it's really wonderful that you ended up landing in Los Angeles. And I did want to mention that because you mentioned that one of your great grandparents had gone to Sacramento. I
Mhm.
think I had seen somewhere because you sometimes travel throughout California to visit different
Oh,
temples, I think.
yes.
And
Mhm.
have you been to the same Sacramento temple that your great grandfather has been to before?
Yes. 2 years ago, I was invited the guest speaking so to their Hana Matsuri, the service that's in the commemoration of the Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday, and I found my great grandfather's picture. His
Wow.
photo, photo that's hung in the hallway of the Sacrament Betsuin. That my grandfather's name is Reverend Jitsujo Imanishi. My last name is Murakami, but that's her mother's side, so maiden name. So I, despite that I knew that he would be, he was there, but seeing that his head picture, it's a kind of emotional things that arose, but also I was very happy that I found the physical proof
Hmm.
of his existence, serving the temple. But technically, he seems he didn't serve the Sacramento Betsuin. He was serving the Hanford Buddhist temple that's still being around. There. I haven't been visiting that temple that church yet, but eventually I wish to be visiting that temple as well. So that's mentioning the going around the temple. That is I think it's a as a BCA the minister, it's a privilege as a ministry having the opportunity or chance to visit and see and meeting each sangha. Each interestingly, each has own background and history. The it's uniquely related to the culture on the land of each area. Actually, I really enjoy meeting the each sangha members and sharing Buddha Dharma out there too.
Yeah. And
Mm,
is there a
mm,
and it's a wonderful privilege that you get to have, and I'm really glad that you get a
mhm,
chance to travel and to
mhm,
to learn about the unique qualities of each
mhm,
sangha.
mhm,
And I from what I saw, it looks like you spend a lot of time in California, but uh, is there a state or a city in the United States that you'd really like to go to that you haven't been to yet that you'd like to engage in their sangha within the
mhm,
BCA or otherwise? I mean, just a place that you'd want to visit.
mhm. Yeah, thank you. So I wish to, if I have a chance, I wish to visit New York.
Oh yeah.
That's a new that's a there that's a BCA that's a temple that's out there. Then me privately that's I've been to that's New York that's by driving that's across that's whole this country that's from the Los Angeles to that's Boston. That's as you know that my mentors the that's study that's out there that's at the Harvard University. Then I very spare that time that's to see that's a New York that's a Buddhist church that's what them. So studying the Jodo learning about the ministry that's of the Jodo Shinshu that's in the United States that my in I had a several that's the instructors and everybody that's mentioned that you should see that how that's eastern coast that looks like because that the whole history of the United States started from there and it's more very westernized and so you maybe there's so see there's something that's so interesting things and the so the way to that's so appreciate that's so Jodo Shinshu could be the different that's so from that's so from that's so west that's so coast that's so to the east coast. I believe the bottom is the mutual that's the core of the Jodo Shinshu is the appreciation. So yeah, I wish to that's so go to the so east coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then to see where
Mhm.
all that history is,
Mhm.
it really is very
Mhm.
rich on the East
Mhm.
Coast with a lot of that. Wait, and
Mhm.
did you say that you want to do a road trip or that you've done a road trip to Boston?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did it.
I did it.
Wow. Wow. Uh, so what was that like? I mean, did you like driving across the country?
Yeah, I rented a car. Yeah,
Uh,
so just the enterprise that so near
mm,
so from my neighborhood. So but that was the so still about the ending of the so pandemic that's so mood.
mm, mm.
Then so I couldn't that's so go back to Japan that's so for vacation. Then I was looking for the alternative that's so stuff, but I like adventures.
Yeah. Well,
Something that's a unique stuff that I literally said that's the stuff that at the counter I will do that so the road trip that's to the across that's this country then so I wanted to save the budget then I the car I rented was a very tiny compact car, the Chevrolet Spark, maybe 1.6 liters so motor engine. Yeah, I spent the 10 days, I think. Yeah, driving from the so this Los Angeles so to the Las Vegas, Utah, Salt Lake, and South Dakota, the Chicago, the New York, Boston. That was very
wow.
long. Yeah, things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then you went up to South Dakota, so did you see like Mount Rushmore? Did you stop for some sights too, or did
Oh
you just kind of keep,
yes,
yeah, oh yeah.
yes, yeah. I couldn't miss that.
That's amazing. I mean, people dream about being able to drive across the country, so it's amazing that
Yeah.
you got to
Mhm,
do that. That's a really, really special thing. And
mhm,
just while we're on the driving note, I know that
mhm,
you really
mhm,
love cars
mhm,
and you like to work on your car. You kind of like to
mhm,
like to go like work with the gears and you like to work with different things. May I ask like what do you like about working on your car?
Yeah, thank you. So from childhood, so love the car. Maybe so I was very influenced so by my grandfather, that the mother side, so grandfather, he loved the car. And so my initial dream that's about the adulthood is to become a mechanic, not a minister. Yeah, that's so you can tell how much so I love the car. And so while I was in Japan, I couldn't so afford a space, but so once so come to this United States, that so I could have luckily have the so space. That's not the garage. It's a part. It's a just a space that the part of the condominium. Then I purchased the 2009 that's a Mini Coopers that's convertible with a so manual, that's a stick shift. Yeah. Then so I had no idea that's how to work on the car. So that's a privilege of the so this that the technology that that's typically the YouTube. So I use the virtual that's coaching that's from the YouTube, and so that was the reason why that I purchased the so Mini Cooper. That I thought that so a Mini Cooper is it's sold so all over the country, so all over the world, and so there should be the instruction how to work on the car. Then I did so I started working on the so Mini Cooper the first. Then eventually so I sold that Mini Cooper. Then luckily so I came across the so nice deal. Then I currently own the Porsche. That's a 911. Yeah, that's a 2003. So that's a kind of strange things. So I had a very that's a hard time that's working on the so Mini Cooper. Then so as I was saying that's a Mini Cooper. Okay, maybe next time I would buy the maybe easier car, at least that's so newer ones. That's so from the Mini Cooper. Then yeah, things that so went weird. Then that was good to me. Then so 2003 the so Porsche. Then so I the so I did a couple of the so projects such as replacing the so window regulator, replacing the water pump, and replacing the so hub, the so the hub bearings, and so those things. So then I found myself that working on the so car is like a meditation.
Mm.
Yeah, so to me, so I can focus, concentrate so on the so one stuff. And I apparently that so working, despite that so working on the car is the not difficult, but you know that so unless you know the so proper way, you may get the chance to injured that harm yourself. Then so I that's so pay attention the very that's so detail that's so stuff. That's actually gave me the so discipline that's so the how to deal with the so things that's so properly. That's so paying attention even the so detailed that's so things. So yeah, so learning, working on the car is so to me it's like the part of the still the Buddhist practice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. That is that's great. I
Mm.
mean, like your interest in that, like it clearly
Mhm.
is a very like important part of you, that
Mhm.
mechanic side of you. You know, because you
Mhm.
wanted to be a mechanic. You
Mhm.
know, you could have gone minister or mechanic,
Mhm.
and but that love for working on cars is still there for you.
Mhm.
And yeah, thank you for sharing about the Mini Cooper and like, oh, you know, next time I'll get an easier car. And then and with your current car too, is that also manual? Is that stick shift?
No, that's automatic
Oh, it's
one.
okay. So it's a
Yeah.
little easier to drive and all that.
Yes.
But I really commend you too because uh I recently had to replace the battery, the car battery in my car,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it was so scary. It was like just a lot of like I've never done it before. I was watching YouTube
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
I was watching all
Mhm.
kinds of YouTube videos. You know, it was successful. It worked out, but it was just kind of like, well, you know, here's a bunch of charge and electricity that I'm kind of like handling right now, and but you know, it worked out. But like, I really commend you for being able to get into
Mhm.
the detailed kind of
Mhm.
repairs and really kind of getting into the like the real mechanics of the car. It's pretty
Mhm.
impressive. And then on that note, with the meditation quality of working on a
Mhm.
car, because of that extreme focus you have to have when you work on the
Mhm.
car, have you found beyond that kind of attention quality, have you found elements of your working on cars or your interest in cars that kind of resonates with certain Jodo Shinshu teachings? I mean, have you ever thought about, or have you thought about applying some of that
Mhm.
knowledge and using it to tell stories or to share teachings to a sangha? I mean, have you used that, use your
Mhm.
experience to teach other people
Mhm.
about life or about anything
Mhm.
within Jodo Shinshu?
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Working on the car is yeah, as I said, the first is the so paying attention. That's so details things is the uh the important things. So even the speaking of so Buddhism, so as well. Speaking of the appreciation that everything we take that's so grounded, that's everything is that's so here. That's because that's a normal. But so that is the kind of miracle, you know. So sometimes happens for you, but not always that's what happens for you. That's why it's cultivate the sense of the appreciation. That's what kicks in. That's in your mind. Then well, through the working on the car, then seemingly I like to know the basics or the mechanism behind the one certain function. That's the relate to the Jodo Shinshu teaching as well. Then why the Nembutsu is the important is that's the Amida Buddha, that's the direct message, that's embodiment, that's from revealed, that's from the out of the Buddha's compassion. Then Nembutsu is the skillful means. It's based on my understanding of Jodo Shinshu. Shinran Shonin, founder of the Jodo Shinshu, said that Nirvana itself has no color, no form, and no shape, and it's very vague to the ordinary beings. Unless there are certain interface, we can't engage. So my understanding of the Jodo Shinshu, that's why the Amida Buddha embodied itself, and reviewing itself. The and completing forming the Nembutsu, containing full virtue that Buddha cultivated for the sake of the ordinary beings. So maybe for everybody, Nembutsu is as we chant the Nembutsu is there. If we see that scroll, Nembutsu is there. The six character is there, but we cannot take it granted. That's for the sake of us, or perhaps for the sake of me, only myself. It's revered. Showed themselves in front of me. So that's the corresponding to Buddha's compassion. So so again, that's why the knowing the mechanism behind the things everything, that even the laptop is we don't know how the circuit works or something, but the engineers or the scientists did the tons of research, and it's a crystallized the form of their study. Then we can use these equipment now. But if we know the mechanism, that we can appreciate more. So that's maybe the corresponding to the way, my way, to path of the path, to pursue Jodo Shinshu. So why is it here? Then what does it mean? To me. Then this is my way of pursuing Jodo Shinshu. Yeah, it's always the curious about the mechanism. Yeah.
Certainly.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
a really wonderful
Mhm.
application of uh, the mechanic mindset, the engineer mindset, and applying
Mhm.
that towards uh, basically getting a lot more appreciation out of the mechanism of the Nembutsu and
Mhm.
Amida's uh, presence and grace, and
Mhm. Mhm.
the generosity that's coming, the
Mhm.
compassion that's coming through, and knowing more about that, knowing more about how it works, can make you appreciate it more. And
Yes.
yeah, so
Yes.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's a really
Oh, yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
way of doing that.
Oh, yeah. Thank
And
you for so much.
yeah, and
Mhm.
do you find that like when you see a scroll with the
Mhm.
Nembutsu on it, or when you hear the name, or when
Mhm.
people are saying the Nembutsu,
Mhm.
um, and you're not expecting it, like if you're walking down the street, or if you are on your
Mhm.
road trip, and maybe you'll kind of come
Mhm.
across
Mhm.
uh, a sign or someone in a community or something like that, that has that a part of it, or you just hear the Nimbutsu as you go about your daily life. Do you find that you uh all of a sudden have that appreciation, just kind of you feel connected suddenly, or do you kind of feel like there is a greater appreciation that comes out when you're surprised by something spontaneous happening like that?
Yeah. That's the one thing that I remember. So when I the travel so to China, that the Chengdu, yeah, that's one of the big town so of the China. Then so I the travel there with my friends and so my so sensei so there. Then so we visited the one of the historical site that relate to the so Buddhism. Then so we saw the big very big that's a sculpture of the Buddha. Then I wasn't sure that's what that's a Buddha sits that's so in front of us. And that's so later that it's figured out that is that's so Amida Buddha. That's for figure. Then despite that I knew that of course that the so Buddhism, you know, came through China, and so I mean the Pure Land Buddhism was very dominated in China as well. But that's the only the knowledge that's so in my mind. I've never seen the so that the figure that's the shape of that's the Amida Buddha. Then so I was very kind of moved so by seeing admitting that yeah, there are the people who worship Amida Buddha so there. So yeah, so like this maybe anywhere as I witness the moment that somebody chant Nembutsu or appreciate the so that's Buddha's virtue. That's the uh how we consider that's this Nembutsu teaching is a universal things that are there. I mean that it's a resonates to to the over beyond the location. Then teachings goes there. Then somebody was very inspired. And moved. So I think that's a history. It's kind of that's a big things, but history of that Nembutsu teachings as well. It's a history of what's called that's a history of somebody moved or somebody deeply inspired that and resonated with the Buddha's compassion. That's a continued a very that's a long that's a time that's a period. That's even the moment that I came across is involved as a part of it. So it's happened in the past and perhaps no, that's surely it happened in the future. That's all as well. So being that's admitting that's being part of those that's a universal the working is the I can feel the connection that to something broader, something big that's all than myself. So my understanding about the Tariki, the other power, that's in general, that's Amida Buddha's the force, to have the ordinary beings, become achieve Buddhahood is those the big that's a large flow of the nature. Buddha, uh, maybe that's called Buddha nature. And as we um, they be aware of that flow, it's a naturally, I think that I can release that myself. And it's a maybe unleash perhaps. Yeah. And then yeah, it's an open mind. And to have me ease. And the naturally the mind of appreciation grows. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, as I was moved, yes, maybe my mind would be opened as well. Mhm.
Certainly. But it's great when I mean, you really do live a very adventurous life. I mean, you've been all over, and to have your eyes open while you're doing it too, and to be able to be open to being moved, and then to have those experiences where you're visiting a sacred space or a historical space, and you can feel a connection to something, and you can feel like, oh, this is the things that I'm into can actually feel much more universal because here I am connecting with something that happened long ago or something like that, and it resonates. It continues to be powerful for you.
Yeah, I experienced also similar things that when I traveled also India as well, and
Mm,
so there is the Ganga River. When I visit during the so Varanasi, and there is a coast and the stairs so to get in the water of the Ganga River. So I accompanied so my friends, and my friends that recommend me so to stop that don't swim that's so in the Ganga River. But as you know that so I'm very kind of I don't know reckless or whatever. Then so I jump in the water. But that was the kind of end of the so long the so travel the so period. I am used to the atmosphere of the India. Then the as I was out so from the river, there are dogs that so yeah the wild dogs. Yeah, normally so we are not supposed to approach them, but they approach me as as I was so from the out of the so Ganga River. Feel like that so oh I'm kind of blessed, and so I'm kind of so they admit me as so the part of so their community or something like that, and yeah, that's kind of grace, perhaps. Yeah,
wow, wow. So you were
yeah,
because you were willing to jump in.
yes.
People saw that and said that you're welcome in our community for this celebration that we're
Hmm.
doing right now.
Yeah.
Wow. So you really have been everywhere. That's amazing. That really is amazing. And
Mhm.
uh, and again, that's something that someone would love to do at some point in their life, just to even be close to the Ganga River. So it's really amazing that you
Mhm.
had that experience, and then also felt like you were included too. As a
Mm.
part of your journey. Um, was this has been such a wonderful conversation, and a very adventurous one at that. And
Mhm.
I wanted to ask just a couple more questions, if that's okay.
Mhm.
These
Mhm.
are a little bit smaller, but I wanted to know if there's anything that you would like to promote. I don't know if there's anything that you're working on. I don't know if you're traveling anywhere soon to give a talk somewhere. If you want to kind of let people know
Mhm.
about that, or if there's anything that the Los Angeles Hompa Hongwanji Buddhist Temple is up to, or anything, or if you know about a cause or a foundation that
Mhm.
someone else is doing that you'd like to share, we would love to hear about it.
Oh, thank you so much that so for having me the so chance to so share so something. Then the so this the so temple LA Hompa Hongwanji has an Instagram account, and I'm the in charge of the so managing that account. And I frequently post the so what the so activities are happening, and so what's upcoming the so events. And yeah so if so you have the chance to search so on the Instagram the LA and the hyphen Nishin Hongwanji. So please so follow us. And every Sunday so we host the so we welcome the so everybody so to join the so our Sunday service. So so if so somebody who is interested in the so Jodo Shinshu community, then I think the best way to approach us so just coming so to the temple so regularly, and so show the your kind of commitment, and so get eventually everybody used to so to be so with you that that through the so chatting so everything. And yeah we are always open to so everybody. And so regularly so my minister's assistant host the so Dharma discussion class, and so he is happy to uh receive the so question so from any kind of question so about the history of the Jodo Shinshu and the teaching of the so Jodo Shinshu. So he's happy to answer your question in English. And we as you have the chance to visit our website, so our temple had a Buddhist education committee, and so this committee hosts the Buddhist lectures. that's so in Japanese and English. Yeah, and top of that, our Obon festival is upcoming. That's so in July. Yeah, it's open to the public. Yeah, you can come in. This year's Obon we host July 12th and the 13th. Yeah, if my memory is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's quite a
Mhm,
that's quite a festival
mhm,
too. I think I've seen some
mhm.
video of people celebrating it. It really is like a like everyone
Yeah,
comes and it's a really lively, fun, a
yeah.
lot of dancing, music, food.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a very nice atmosphere. That's so to even just coming and so to experience and experiencing the how the Buddhist community that so works. You know that so it the so we the so Buddhists take refuge in the so Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Yeah, so we worship the Buddha, and so we follow the so teachings of the Buddha Dharma, and also the so Sangha. It's the to me it's a kind of interface. It's the way to experience what Buddhism is. That's so through meeting the so people. So in terms of it, yeah, nowadays online is good, but to me, physically coming, if that's your circumstance allow, that's coming to the temple and the meeting, that's us is the best that's experience. Yeah, so the as to the Buddhism, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
absolutely.
mhm,
And well, so thank you for that. Definitely check
mhm,
out the
mhm,
Instagram account and to stay up
mhm,
on all the calendar events, and also
mhm,
to just show up. Just go ahead and show up and be a part of maybe a service
mhm,
and check it out for sure. And the other question I had was, do
mhm,
you have any advice for somebody that is walking the Buddhist path that you would have wanted to have heard when you were coming up? Like if there's something that you would have
mhm,
wanted to have told your younger self about Buddhism or
mhm,
about this path that would have
mhm.
helped you along the way.
That's kind of profound question. What how can I answer to it? My one of the things I recommend is I was told that's by my mentor. So keep questioning. That's to yourself. Curiosity. Motivate you. To move forward. So that's the initial the motivation. To pursue the Jodo Shinshu and basic, yeah, and the basic assumption of Buddhism is that Shakyamuni Buddha, as Shakyamuni Buddha awakened, life is hard. Life is full of challenging. But I think we are uh, we try to find the joy on our life. Not, of course, that is fine. But so to begin with, Buddhism is to admit why life is hard. Yeah, we have to be apart from the beloved one, so change is inevitable. So there's those kind of circumstances. But that's uh, the it's hard to observe. That's all at large. So. Uh, as we are clearly, as we clearly can be aware of this dynamic change of life itself and observing it. So I think there is might be a key to appreciate Buddha Dharma. まあ、そう、my mentor said that, so I'm thinking that so too much. If you're curious about the Buddhism, yeah, learn Buddhism. From any path. If you're interested in Zen, that is fine. If you're interested in the Shingon or other tradition, that's fine. Everything it's out of the Buddha Dharma. But there are many ways. There's a variety of the ways. So you can what you have to do is apply to yourself. To your preferred that's a path. Yeah. So don't necessarily coming to the Jodo Shinshu directly, that's a experience that's a Buddhism by your own step, and you eventually can end up that's what you are the desired destination. That's my thought. Yeah, I'm from my entire life it's from the starting up Jodo Shinshu. That's all things. That's why I'm experiencing currently experiencing other Buddhism. That's all too. That I frequently go to Zenshuji, as you know, joining Zazen Kai, sitting meditation, and if I have a chance, to meeting the other tradition the ministers, I enjoy exchanging opinion and the thoughts. So the yeah, just enjoy enjoy the life itself. That's maybe the contradiction, but yeah, that's maybe appreciation naturally followed you, I think.
Well, I really appreciate you truly you have a great adventurer's spirit. You have you're very curious, and you really seek it out. You seek out to fulfill that knowledge and to want to see how something else works, and it really it's led to a lot of really wonderful stories, and it's led to a lot of really interesting observations from you, and very deeply moving experiences for yourself. So I'm really grateful that you've allowed that to yourself to embody that, and that you allow yourself the going out of your comfort zone to other Buddhist centers or temples around your area, and you practice there, and you have that exchange. You're open to that exchange, and I think it's a really wonderful thing. So I couldn't agree more that get curious, foster that curiosity, but at the same time very much enjoy life. Have a good time.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you, Reverend Murakami, so much
Yeah.
for
Thank
speaking
you
with
so
me today.
much.
It's such a treat to speak with you, and I hope you have a wonderful upcoming Obon festival, and all the wonderful things that you're doing for your community and for your sangha. And I wish you very many great adventures as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.